Hey everybody, it's Andrew here at Vespa Portland. We're going to be talking today about windscreen options for your Vespa in the GTS lineup, at least in this video. It's windscreen season. It's fall, it's November here at the time of filming of this. And for a small subset of people, this is when the windscreens come out. For others, they just ride a windscreen all year long to get the wind off of their chest at higher speeds. But you know, whatever your preference is, here's the options available for a GTS. So we're going to start out with the smoked cruiser windscreen that's on this particular red GTS. I have this windscreen on my own scooter. I wanted a little something that kind of got the wind off of me on the freeway, but I didn't want to have a super tall thing on my own bike. It's more of a fly screen is kind of the term for it. It knocks away the bugs in the summertime that are dive bombing my headlight, and it also just kind of raises where the wind goes. So when I'm seated on my own scooter, it kicks the air right up around the chin. Sometimes it flaps my shirt a little bit, but it pushes it kind of toward the face. If that's annoying to you, then you would want a taller windscreen. And I should note that I'm about 6 feet tall. I am 6 feet tall. So, you know, if you're shorter, it's going to push it higher. If you're taller, it's going to be lower. So just keep that in mind as the baseline of 6 feet. So moving on from this one, actually, well, not yet. Let's see how tall it is. So just so you know, they're always going to vary a little bit. You know, you can get it as close to the headlight as you'd like, but the screen itself is going to sit right at about 5.5 inches. Moving on to the next windscreen option. This is the Vespa small windscreen for the GTS. This one is going to sit at 6.5 inches, so roughly an inch taller. This one's going to pitch the air just a touch higher. So on me at 6 feet, this one actually pushed it like right at my nose and eyes, which really annoys me. So I'm not a fan of this one personally. But if you're shorter than me, it's going to push it up maybe onto the top of your helmet, or if you're taller, obviously lower, maybe toward the neck and mouth. That's the small version, and as you can see, it looks pretty good on any of the colors. It's a Vespa branded product, so you know, they designed it to look right with their scooters. Moving on to the next one, we start getting into the bigger stuff. So this is the medium size windscreen. Now the big change you're gonna see on this is that the windscreen actually comes down and over, and the point of that is to provide a little bit of wind protection for your hands. Your hands stay a little more warm on a colder day, and it deflects obviously a ton more wind away from you. On this one, for my height, 6 foot, this is gonna be kicking the wind over my helmet for sure. It's gonna be real noticeable at a higher speed that I'm not getting blasted as much. Way less fatigue on the chest, you know, on the freeway, just getting beat up. That's going to go away having this kind of a size windscreen. For the sizing on this one, you are looking at 14 inches on the dot. And for the last one, you got the big one, the big boy. This is the tall. Now, this thing is massive. Standing next to this scooter, I said I'm 6 feet tall. You know, it's up here. So this one sits at 21 5/8 inches above the headlight. And when you sit on it, I mean, you're basically behind, you know, it's like you're at a bank, essentially. So this last one is the monster. Obviously, it's the tallest. I think for anyone taller than me, even, you know, up here, it's going to be kicking the wind over your head for sure. Short riders are going to be, of course, protected. And then with the windscreen like this and like the medium, you're going to be looking through it. So you're going to want to make sure you keep this thing clean. Otherwise, it's going to be a little mess with your visibility a little bit. This also has the extensions to cover up your hands. This is a heck of a windscreen. It is a tall one, as it's named. So these are the options of the windscreens available for the Vespa GTS line that are the Vespa branded windscreens. So while we're on the subject of windscreens for Vespas, if you have a Sprint or Primavera 50cc or 150cc, obviously the Vespa branded windshield options exist for those as well. On the 50 and 150cc, you only get two options though. You get the small and the tall. There is no medium size for the Primavera and Sprint, and there's no cruiser either. You can get the small in a smoked color or this clear on the Primavera, Sprint, and GTS, but for the rest of these where you have to look through them, they're going to be clear only because obviously you have to see through them. So that's about it for windscreen options for the Vespa GTS in the Vespa branded lineup here. If you want to get one installed, give us or your local dealer a call. If it's us, 503-222-3779. email service@vespaportland.com, email parts@vespaportland.com, or send us a text at that same phone number, 503-222-3779. We always have these things in stock, so we started to get them out here so you can actually get an idea of what they look like on the bike. All right, this is Andrew here at Vespa Portland. Thanks for watching.